When a woman starts saying certain things, it's already over. Not tomorrow, not next week. The moment she speaks those words, the connection is already dying. You just don't see it yet, because she doesn't leave when she packs her bags. She leaves the moment she stops respecting you, and before she walks away physically, she always leaves first, in silence, in tone, and in the things she says. There are sentences that sound innocent on the surface, but they carry weight. Cold distance hiding behind calm words. They're quiet signals that her heart has already turned away, long before her body follows. This isn't about hate. This isn't about bitterness. It's about clarity, the kind most men never find until it's too late. Because most men keep fighting for something that's already gone. They argue, they beg. They try to prove their worth to someone who's already stopped seeing it. They think effort will fix it. But once respect is gone, nothing will bring her back. So in this video, we're cutting through the noise. You'll learn the 6 things a woman says when she's emotionally checked out, and more importantly, how a grounded, high-value man responds when he hears them. No pleading, no chasing, no losing yourself in the process. Because sometimes, strength isn't in holding on. It's in knowing when to walk away. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what those phrases mean, how to spot them before the damage is done, and how to carry yourself like a man who never begs to be kept. This isn't just about women. It's about power. It's about presence. And it's about becoming the kind of man who never fears loss, because he knows his worth never depended on someone else's love. Let's begin. Thing 1. You're not as good as other men. When a woman starts comparing you to other men, the relationship is already dying, not because you're not enough, but because, in her eyes, you've lost something far more important than attraction: admiration. Comparison is the language of discontent. It's how emotional distance begins to speak. When she says things like, "Other men treat their women better," or "Why can't you be more like him?" She's not trying to help you grow. She's trying to make you compete for her approval. And the moment you fall into that trap, you've already lost your center. Because a woman who truly loves you doesn't compare you. She believes in you. She might challenge you, yes. She might push you. But she'll do it with respect, not resentment. Her words will build, not break. But once she begins measuring you against another man, she's already somewhere else. Emotionally, she's scanning for options, testing exits in her mind, and planting seeds of dissatisfaction so she can justify walking away later. Here's where most men crumble. They start chasing. They start proving. They try to become the better version she suddenly decided she wanted. But in doing so, they surrender their power. Never compete for your own woman's validation. A man who stands in his worth doesn't play comparison games. He walks away from them, because once admiration fades, attraction follows right behind it. And no amount of proving will bring back the way she used to look at you. A woman who respects you will challenge you privately and uplift you publicly. A woman who's done will criticize you in both. So when you hear those comparisons, don't argue, don't react. Simply recognize the truth. She's not testing your effort. She's testing your boundaries, and if you fail to hold them, she'll lose the very thing she once loved most, your strength. That's why the next sign matters even more, because this is where emotional manipulation begins to take root. Thing 2. If you love me, do this. When a woman says, "If you love me, do this," that's not love speaking, that's control dressed as affection. It's emotional blackmail. Soft enough to sound romantic, but sharp enough to cut away your self-respect. She's not asking, she's testing. Testing how far you'll bend, how much you'll give, how easily she can shape your world around her moods. And weak men fall for it every time. They think she just needs reassurance. They confuse obedience with devotion, but a man grounded in strength knows. Real love doesn't demand proof. It creates peace, because the moment love becomes conditional, it stops being love. If you love me, buy this. If you love me, cancel that. If you love me, prove it. No, brother. The moment you start proving, you stop leading. A woman who loves you doesn't measure your love by what you sacrifice. She feels it through your presence, your steadiness, your calm. She doesn't want to own you. She wants to trust you. But when she starts setting emotional traps to measure your loyalty, understand this. She's not nurturing connection. She's testing control. And once you give in, it never ends. The more you do, the more she'll demand. The more you sacrifice, the more she'll take, until there's nothing left of you but a shadow of the man you once were. And the cruel truth? When she finds someone who can give her more, she'll walk away. Not because you failed, but because her love was never rooted in you. It was rooted in gain. A high-value man never negotiates with manipulation. He knows the difference between affection and leverage. The woman who truly loves him won't say, "If you love me, do this." She'll say, "I love you," even when you can't give her what she wants. Because real love doesn't test you. It trusts you, and the moment you forget that, you'll fall straight into the next trap, the one that breaks far more than just your heart. Thing. 3. What have you done for me? Since we started. When she says, "What have you done for me?" it sounds innocent, like she just wants to feel appreciated. But underneath that softness lies a scoreboard. And brother, love was never meant to be a game you keep score in. When a woman starts counting, she's not expressing disappointment. She's revealing entitlement. Phrases like, "You don't do anything for me," or "What have you done since day one?" They're not questions, they're accusations. And once love becomes a balance sheet, someone's already stopped giving. You see, there are two kinds of women. The one who remembers every act of love, no matter how small, and the one who acts like you've never done enough. Bring her coffee. She smiles like you gave her the world. That's gratitude. Move mountains, and she still says, "Is that all?" That's entitlement, and this is where most men break. They start overcompensating, trying harder, giving more, begging to be seen, hoping one more sacrifice will finally make her happy. But you can't fill a void that feeds on validation. You can't win a game that was designed for you to lose. A woman who truly loves you doesn't keep score. She keeps faith. She notices effort, not just results. She sees how you show up when life gets heavy. She won't say, "What have you done for me?" She'll say, "You've done enough. I just want peace with you." That's how you know it's love, when gratitude replaces entitlement. Because the moment she stops appreciating and starts calculating, the relationship isn't built on love anymore. It's built on leverage. Most men ignore that shift. They think it'll pass. It won't, and that's why the next sign is even more dangerous. Because it begins long before you ever realize you're already losing her. Thing 4. Give me time to know you. At first, it sounds gentle, almost innocent. Give me time to know you first. You think she's being thoughtful, careful, respectful of the process. But the truth is, when a woman truly feels something real, she doesn't need time, she needs clarity. See, when she says, "I need time," what she often means is, "I'm not sure about you yet, but I don't want to lose the option." She's not building connection, she's buying time. Keeping you close enough to feel wanted, but far enough to stay detached. It's emotional limbo. You wait, you hope, you invest. But she's not moving closer. She's holding you in standby mode, just in case something better doesn't come along. And that's the trap most men fall into. They confuse hesitation with emotional depth. They think patience will earn them love. But brother, love isn't earned through waiting. It's built through mutual energy. When a woman genuinely wants you, she doesn't need a timeline. She creates time. She doesn't say, "Let me think." She says, "Tell me more." She doesn't avoid connection. She deepens it. She's curious about your world, your drive, your mind, because she's already chosen to step into it. There's a difference between being cautious and being detached. The cautious woman moves slow, but with intention. The detached one keeps you around, but never truly lets you in. So when she says, "Give me time to know you," don't argue, don't chase, don't try to convince her. Just step back, observe, because a woman who truly values you won't need to be convinced. She'll recognize your worth in your silence. And if she doesn't, your absence will reveal her truth faster than your presence ever could. But the next sign cuts even deeper, because it doesn't sound distant. It sounds caring, and that's what makes it so dangerous. Thing 5. My ex wasn't that bad. Like you? Listen closely, because this line isn't casual. It's a loaded weapon. The moment she brings her ex into your relationship, she's not comparing experiences. She's diminishing you. That sentence, "My ex wasn't that bad like you," isn't about the past. It's about power. She's trying to remind you that someone before you did it better. Not to heal something, but to hurt something. To make you question your worth, to pull the control back into her hands. Understand this. A woman who's truly moved on never weaponizes her past. She doesn't need to drag another man's name into your space to feel heard, because when a woman loves with maturity, she doesn't compare. She protects. She doesn't talk about what was. She builds what is. So when she starts saying things like that, don't defend yourself. Don't argue. Don't start listing your efforts or trying to prove you're better. That's how most men lose frame. They fall into emotional quicksand, trying to fix what was never broken. A high-value man understands once comparison enters the room, respect has already left it. Love cannot survive where admiration has died. A woman who truly values you doesn't say, "My ex wasn't that bad." She says, "You make me feel safe in ways I never did before." That's the language of devotion, not destruction. So when she weaponizes her ex, recognize it for what it is: contamination, an attempt to regain emotional dominance by lowering your worth. And you can't build peace on poisoned ground. That's the moment you stand firm. You don't react, you detach. Because the man who keeps his composure when she tries to break his frame is the man she'll never forget. But the final line, the one she says when she's already gone, reveals the truth most men don't want to face. Thing 6. I'm not ready for something serious. Let's be honest. When a woman says this, she's not being confused. She's being clear. She's not saying she's not ready for love. She's saying she's not ready for you, because the same woman who tells you she's not ready for something serious will meet another man a month later and start planning a future with him. It's never about timing. It's about desire. When a woman truly feels something real, she doesn't hesitate. She doesn't hide behind excuses or wait for perfect alignment. She leans in. She'll say things like, "I don't know where this is going, but I know I don't want to lose you." That's what genuine love sounds like, uncertain, but brave enough to move forward anyway. But the "I am not ready" woman, she's not confused. She's creating emotional distance while keeping access to your energy. She wants the warmth, the comfort, the validation, without the responsibility that comes with it. It's the modern way of saying, "Stay close enough to make me feel wanted, but not close enough to expect anything real." And here's where a man must evolve past his emotions. Because it's easy to wait, to think, maybe she just needs time. But every day you wait for someone who's unsure about you, you lose a little more respect for yourself. A woman who truly loves you doesn't need to be ready. She needs to be willing to grow, to risk, to build something real, even if it's uncertain. So when she says, I'm not ready for something serious. Don't argue. Don't chase. Simply nod. Respect her truth. And walk away with your dignity intact. Because your worth isn't something she has to figure out. It's something the right woman will recognize. Instantly. And the moment she does, she won't need more time. She'll just need you.